Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, it's almost 11:47 here where I am. So I'm a career coach and I run a company called KMS Digital Careers, and we empower graduates, postgraduates, school leavers, career changers, as well as those people who are unemployed, have been made redundant, and all that. So we work with them, we empower them through providing training. We provide training online. So we have developed a suite of courses in project management, business analysis, PMO, and software testing. So these courses are structured into modules, into weeks. And when somebody signs up for these courses, we actually hold online coaching sessions, online mentoring sessions. We actually hold weekly recap sessions. Most coaches will just leave you on your own online to study at your pace, and we have found out that that doesn't really work. So we are going to be with the student all the way. Every week we meet online, we um, go through what you would have covered during that week, and we answer any questions that you have. So I'm a certified trainer. I worked as a lecturer for almost 6 years, and I've been implementing projects, working as a business analyst. I've also worked as a PMO, and I'm now in a position. Actually, I did that for I've done that in the UK for almost 15 years, and then in Zimbabwe for almost 3 years. So I've got vast experience, and I'm now in a position to lead a team of other trainers, other mentors in this company called KMS Digital Careers. And these are people who have worked in the industry and they've accumulated a lot of experience, and they are now in a position to empower you. So I'm here today to talk about how to get a job as a project manager, a business analyst, PMO, or software tester, especially after graduating from college, from university, after leaving school with O levels, or for those who are looking to change careers or to get a promotion. So, how do you get into project management? And maybe before we look at that, why should we? Why am I encouraging people to get into these project management professions? Well, reason number one is that there's so much demand for project managers, for business analysts, for software testers, for PMOs in any country in the world, in any industry. There's demand, especially the IT industry. There's a huge demand, there's a huge skills shortage for these professions. So once you complete the training program, you realize that there will always be jobs. However, what limits a lot of people is lack of experience. Most people graduate from college, graduate from university, or leave school with fantastic grades, but there's always one requirement that universities, colleges, and schools do not provide us with, provide graduates with. This is work experience. A few universities, like I know when I went through the university system, I completed 2 years, the first 2 years in university, and then went on industrial attachment for a year, and then went back to university. So that helped because I had a year's experience on my CV, and that gave me a competitive edge over people who had gone through university without that privilege to gain experience. So even today, most universities do not provide that work experience opportunity. So you find that you graduate, and now after graduating, all you hear is, oh, work experience. We are looking for people with work experience, work experience. And they're saying, okay, where do I get this work experience? Um, so, how do you get a job, or how do you get into these professions? First and foremost, you can do that through volunteering. For example, there's a lot of non-governmental organizations that are looking for volunteers. So you can offer your services. It could be for a day, it could be for a day a week, or half a day a week. But by offering those services, you are developing the required work experience, accumulating the required skills, knowledge, and experience. So volunteering is one way. Two, for some people, they just find themselves in these roles. So you just stumble into these roles, which is, I would say, by chance. Thirdly, you can actually plan your career and say, okay, now that I've graduated and maybe I'm doing a job that I didn't study for, I'm going to give myself 6 months to start working towards a career as a software tester, a business analyst, a PMO, or a project manager. Why? Because these professions are in demand, they pay more, and with these professions, you can work in any country. There's a shortage of project managers, business analysts, testers, software testers in New Zealand, in Australia, in South Africa, in Canada, the United Kingdom. There is a shortage. And especially, for example, New Zealand, Canada, Australia, South Africa. These professions are on their skills shortage list, which means once you get a job, you can automatically apply for a visa in those countries. So that's another incentive. Um, so I was talking about the fact that you can volunteer to get into these professions. You can, actually find yourself being seconded onto a project. Let's say you are lucky enough to have secured a role. So you get seconded onto a project, and that company that you're working for will invest in you, train you, and all that. Or you can, like I was saying, you can actually plan to say, this is what I want to do. And you approach people like us at KMS Digital Careers, who have come up with an intensive training, mentoring, and work experience program to help you get into these professions. So we have developed a 6-week online training program. And like I said, each week, after you've completed the program or the lesson for that week, you can then join into our weekly question and answer call, our weekly recap call, and our weekly mentoring calls. So every week, after I've completed each week's course, you get an opportunity to join the call. Even before the call, you have an opportunity to submit your questions. We've also come up with a mentee handbook. So you are not just studying on your own, like most of these training organizations do, but we stay with you via the weekly calls, via the Facebook um, members only page, which is Project Management Professionals Mastermind. It's open at the moment. We're encouraging you, if you're interested in becoming any of these professions, to join that group so that we can start interacting with you. So I've mentored almost over 20 people into these professions. Hold on, let me get some water. Hydration. I've mentored over 20 people into these professions. And these are people who had gone to university and found themselves lacking experience. And then they went on to do many other jobs in support work, care work, and all that. Very, very important jobs. But from experience, I know that if you go to university, if you go to college, you graduate, you're expecting to work in the profession that you studied for, the profession that you accumulated loans trying to get into. So if you find yourself having to maybe work at McDonald's after completing an MBA, you will most probably enjoy the job because of the perks that come with it, that is burgers, chicken nuggets, and all that. But to be honest, deep inside, you'll be hoping to get a job where you will use your MBA knowledge, MBA skills. So, yes, at KMS Digital Careers, we will provide online training. After you have completed the 6 weeks training, we also then take you to the next phase, which is the work experience phase. And this is not just work experience um, in word only. We actually provide practical work experience where you work on real life projects in project teams where you would have assumed roles as either project manager for that team, business analyst for that team, PMO in that team, software tester for that particular project. So we work with you, you build your skills, you do the work, you provide the evidence in your mentee handbook. So that's where you log that, okay, I've studied stakeholder management. So I've done the theoretical part. You move on to the next stage, which is work experience. You work in project teams, you do your presentations to stakeholders, as in project board, um, project sponsor, program managers, program directors. So that gives you the hands-on skills. We, after you have completed the work experience program, or when you are ready to, you know, start applying for jobs, you feel confident, you've done the work, you've managed a project end to end, you have set up a testing project from end to end, following the software testing life cycle, or as a business analyst, you have gathered requirements, you have modeled the requirements, you've drawn your use cases, you've done the work. It's different from somebody who just reads a book. So when two people attend an interview, one has read the book, the other one has read the book and done the work, you can tell the difference because the one who has done the work can tell the story, can build a story to say, when I was at such and such a place, I did this and that, and this was the result. So, yes, so we work with you, provide you with the training, provide you with the weekly coaching, provide you with 24/7 access to mentors via Facebook, via emails, via the various chat groups. You work in project teams, and then when you are ready and confident to start looking for jobs, we will provide you with job search coaching. Will teach you how to look for jobs, covering areas such as um, updating your LinkedIn profile, how to create profiles on job boards, depending on where you are. And by the way, for this program, It doesn't matter where you are because everything is online. The training is online, the mentoring is online, the collaboration project team collaboration is online. The presentation to project board is online. So everything is online, whether you're in Vietnam, in Johannesburg, in Canada, in Mexico, in Brazil, in the United Kingdom, you can join this program. So once we have coached you on how to look for a job, we'll also coach you on how to write a CV. You write your CV, we review your CV because we have recruited, I have personally recruited a lot of project managers, a lot of business analysts, a lot of software testers, a lot of PMOs, and I know what companies look for from a CV, the use of keywords, a properly written personal profile or summary statement, the chronology with which the chronological order with which you write your work experience, and how you write your skills, and how you adapt every CV to that particular role. So we'll do CV coaching and prepare you for interviews. So we'll do interview preparation coaching, and you definitely get that job wherever you are because we'll be with you from the day you start training until the day you get a job. Even once you get a job, we won't leave you. We'll coach you on the job until such a time that you are now confident to come onto the program and become a trainer, become a mentor as well. Because the whole purpose of this program that I have put together as the director and founder of KMS Digital Careers is to empower people, to make sure that people live life to the fullest by being content in their careers, by being content of their finances, and we'll all be happy. So on the 23rd of February 2019 at 3 p.m. GMT, we are going to be holding a free coaching session in project management, business analysis, software testing, PMO, and we'll walk you through the theoretical aspects of each of these programs. So, in order to be part of that free coaching session, there is a link on this and below this video or in the comments section where you can register and become part of the free coaching session. Or if you feel like, oh my God, I'm ready, you can also visit our website and register or enroll for the program, which starts on the 11th of March 2019. And this is bound to change your life as you enter these highly paying, highly demanded professions. And these are professions that are very easy to get into, as long as you have somebody to coach you, to train you, and to provide you with the practical, evidenceable, if there's a word like that, work experience. So have a good night. Thank you for joining this live work stream. Well, this live stream, not a work stream. I'm thinking I'm already in project management mode and talking about work streams and all that. But let's leave that for the 23rd of February at 3 p.m. GMT. Feel free to join me. And like I said, I'll put the joining link on this video. Ciao, ciao. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are.